Welcome to another edition of Hoops Friday Night. I'm Adam Solomon. This is Tony Quach. Dylan Tyson will join us momentarily. And what a night we have in store. A share of several league titles are up for grabs.
That's right, Adam. It's the case for 5 of our West Central Ohio conferences. And one of the teams involved is the Crestview Knights.
Yeah, Crestview was at Lima Central Catholic tonight. Crestview needs a win to keep pace with Spencerville. Knights have won 13 in a row. LCC, a little 6-game winning streak of their own coming in. Let's pick things up. Start of the second half. Crestview trailing by 7. Braxton Leith spots up for 3. Connects. T-Birds promptly call a timeout. A few possessions later, though. Check out the freshman, Jeff Williams. No look over the head pass. Finds a wide open Brady Parker. That's cash money. LCC goes up by 6. Closing seconds of the third. Now Knights looking inside. And instead of the security blanket, how about the security sheet? Ren Sheets, the big man with the and one finish. Crestview trails by 7 with a quarter to go. T-Birds pushing in transition later. Jordan Pretty rises up here, and Agent Zero calmly dunks that one home. He had a game-high 19 points. Now Crestview claws back to make it a 2-point game late, but Azad Burton says, not on my watch. The freshman goes through traffic, gets the end one finish. The Thunderbirds snap Crestview's 13-game winning streak. They win their 7th in a row, 53-50.
And the Knights' loss also knocks them out of the title race. So that brings us to the NWC leader, Spencerville. The 17-1 Bearcats played their final conference game tonight, going for at least a share of the title as they travel to Allen East. The Bearcats' best defense in over 2 decades allows just 44 points a game. A tough task, though, for the Mustangs' 7th-ranked NWC offense, who's looking for their first win in this series since 2019. And Spencerville comes out the gates hot. Will Sensabaugh drills the tray for the 10-4 lead, a game-high 19 from the sophomore. But don't sleep on a hungry Allen East. Deacon Jones downhill fast, scoring as he hits the hardwood. 8 unanswered for the home team. Mustangs up 3 to start the second. And it's the 6'4" forward Hunter Williams putting 3 more through. 24-18 Allen East. Spencerville with their work cut out for him. Junior Owen Sensabaugh draws the contact on the block. He gets the hoop and the harm. Bearcats would trail at the half, but Jude Steeman ensures his team is right in this game. The Bearcats clean it up in the second half, winning 55-46. For the 3rd year in a row, Spencerville has at least a share of the NWC title. In fact, there's just one team still alive for the other share. 2nd place, Columbus Grove needs a win to survive against the #1 offense, 12-6 Bluffton. The Bulldogs just 8-7, but knocked off the Pirates twice last year and up 3 at the half. CG opens the 3rd on a tear. Landon Best from the low post. Grove's largest lead, they're up 11. But final seconds of the 3rd, it's Blake Summers from the logo. The bank stays open at the buzzer. Pirates trail 39-33. Now, 4th quarter, Gavin Barraza feeds Trenton Barraza. Dogs back up by 9, under 5 to play. Trenton starting to feel it. At the other end, Bean Ginther drives the lane, takes a hand to the face. That's light work. Bluffton back within 6. However, Trevin Baxter forces the turnover. Kyle Hopkins brings it around the back, finishes with the Euro and the dagger. Hopkins, game-high 16. Grove wins 52-42. And if they beat Jefferson next Friday, the Bulldogs are NWC co-champs.
And speaking of the Wildcats, Dylan, just one more score from the NWC. It was certainly a thrilling night at the stage. Jefferson comes away with a 59-58 win over Lincoln View.
All right, to the Western Buckeye League we go. Shawnee can clinch a share with a win against Van Wert. Outright if Elida loses to Wapak. We'll see that game in a minute. First, we're at Lappin Gymnasium. Tribe, they've been hot lately, all season really, and they stay hot. Trevick Berkey, butter from the corner 3 on the first possession of the game, setting the tone. And just a few moments later, Shawnee pushing the pace. This time it's big brother Beckett. Nothing but net from the other corner 3. Tribe going a 15-0 run to start this game. Van Wert hoping to stop the bleeding. A pass is kicked over here to Cohen Bragg. The sophomore will hit a 3-pointer of his own. Cougars still down double digits, though, and it would be that way most of the night. Beckett Berkey cutting through the heart of the defense here. Basically 4 defenders getting his way, and it's not enough to stop him. The end one finish, 24 for Beckett, 30 for Trevick. Shawnee clinches a share, 82-69.
And the 2nd place team in the WBL is in Auglaize County. The Lima Bulldogs attempt to keep their title hopes alive with the win. Tonight, they battle Wapakoneta, a team they've won 6 out of the last 9 meetings against. In the second half, Wapak is down by 10. Blake Rogers decides to match number on his back. That 3-ball cuts the deficit down to 7. The Bulldogs have range 2. Zori Island gets the pass, and from the top of the key, the Stinger rows the iron. Elida is back up by 10. And the Dogs are putting the pressure on defensively as well. Marcus Hale comes away with the rock. The junior cashes in, giving the hoop, the harm, and the and one. It's now a 13-point Bulldog lead. Wapakoneta is still fighting back. Elliott Block dials up from long range, and that connection is good. But the Bulldogs begin to pull away. Amari Wash will work his way to the basket. He gets the pump fake and the bucket. Elida goes on to win 47-37.
Elsewhere in the WBL, Bath made the trip north to Defiance. The Bulldogs look to improve to 15-4 on the season. And we start in the paint. Khalil Ligon using his size, the footwork, the score, an early Bulldog lead. Back comes Bath, though. Logan Markley up top. He'll beat his defender, drives through the contact, 2 of his 12 points in this game. But Ligon was far from done. Watch him here. Spins, floats this one up and in. He led everyone with 19 points off the grown man move there. Later, Defiance is growing a lead. Logan Hutchison gives to Will Horvath. Horvath will patiently make his way through the defense. 2 of his 9 points. Defiance pulls away 57-39. They're 15-4, 6-2 in the WBL. Bath falls to 4-4.
And rounding out the WBL, Ottawa Glandorf back in the win column, 51-42 over Salina. St. Mary's ends their 6-game losing streak, a 65-48 win at Kenton.
Here we go.
Central Buckeye Conference, Indian Lake clinches their 3rd straight Mad River Division title, a 57-23 win over Ben Logan. And Bellefontaine falls 60-54 to the Kenton Trail Division champions, Jonathan Alder.
All right, it's time for our first break. We'll be right back real quick with the PCL, MAC, and GMC. We are back with more hoops Friday night. What a potential situation we have in the Putnam County League. Kalida can clinch a share of the league title with a win,
But if Miller City wins, we could potentially have a 5-way tie at the top of the standings with everyone sitting at 2 conference losses.
Now, the PCL hasn't had a 2-loss league winner since 1977. It all adds up to our Hoops Friday night spotlight game.
This Hoops Friday night spotlight game is presented by Midwest Electric Incorporated.
Big game with big-time implications in the PCL. Kalida is in the driver's seat, of course, with only 1 loss. Miller City is hoping for a chance to cause a little chaos. Let's pick things up in the 3rd quarter. Tied at 24. Kalida's Braylon Smith up the lane and in. The senior gives the home side Wildcats back the lead. Staying right here now, Parker Vorse hits the baseline jumper. That's back-to-back possessions with points for Kalida. Miller City now trailing by 6, but Henry Rump comes through with the triple from the corner. That cuts the deficit in half down to 3. Then ensuing moments, Brendan Barledge fights this one up and through from inside the paint, but in a close one from start to finish, Kalida's your winner, 54-49, and now clinch at least a share of the PCL title. Now, Ottoville is a winner, 49-32, and then the Three Rivers Conference, Lehman Catholic falls to Troy Christian, 49-40. Elsewhere, Sydney falls to Tippecanoe, 54-49, and Riverside is over Covington, 73-55.
To the mighty MAC, everybody. Oh, St. John's welcomes in New Bremen. The Blue Jays need a win and a Marion local loss in order to capture at least a share of the MAC title. But the last 6 meetings between the Jays and the Cards have been split 3 games apiece. The Cardinals are doing the dirty work on the glass. The shot goes up, and eventually it's the junior, Gavin Quillhorse, getting the putback. Now, on the other end, St. John's is swinging around to the freshman, Easton Elwer. He knocks it down from beyond the arc for the Jays. Then, later on, here's the Bremen's Gavin Dickey attacking the rim for the tough lay-in. But St. John's will go on a little run. In transition, Andrew Elwer absorbs the contact for the and one. Then, it's his brother, Cam Elwer, stopping on the dime. He connects on mid-range J. St. John's will go on to win 71-50.
Now, Marion local stays 1 game back of St. John's with the 55-48 win over Coldwater. Versailles is a winner over Fort Recovery, 56-41. Minster dominates New Knoxville, 62-35, while St. Henry holds off Parkway, 44-34.
Well, lots of conference title talk tonight. How about the Green Meadows Conference? Earlier tonight, Tenora clinched at least a share. That left 2 second-place teams fighting to stay alive. Up first, we go to the Paulding Panthers. The Jungle is home to the GMC's #1 offense. The Panthers averaging over 54 a game, and after a 3-8 start, they're now defending a 7-game win streak against Fairview. And the Panthers will strike first. Grady Barton catches it on the wing, takes it baseline, and gets it to go with a nice reverse finish. Later, Fairview up top. Some penetration opens Noah Schinninger on the perimeter. That's cash for the junior. Fairview up 1. More inside-out action by the Apaches, but this time Logan Olinger gets past his defender and finishes with the pretty floater. Fairview up 3 early, but the Panthers defend the jungle tonight. Off the miss, Jalen Mans is on the boards and gets the push shot to go. Paulding wins 56-50. They play Tenora next week to force a GMC title share.
Now to the Palace. Edgerton takes on Wayne Trace. The Raiders have dominated this matchup with an 18-3 record against the Bulldogs since 2006. They hold a 13-game winning streak against Edgerton. Starting in the third, the Raiders are up by 4. They find Tanner Lockhuff open on the wing, and he knocks down to 3. Wayne Trace pushes their lead to 7. The Bulldogs take it inside. Corey Herman kicks it out to Maddox Baker, and he cooks up a triple. Edgerton now trails by 11. But Wayne Trace continues to add on. Lockhuff cans another 3-ball, a game-high 20 points for the senior. The Raiders keep their GMC title hopes alive with a 47-33 win.
The Ayersville Pilots played host to the Antwerp Archers. Tonight we head over to the hangar for another Green Meadows Conference matchup. Second quarter we go. Give and go. Dane Ewers to Jeremiah Peak. Back to Ewers. The half-court offense clicking for Ayersville. Time running out in the half. No, Antwerp's Hampton Rogie inbounds, gets it back, and beats the buzzer. Nice. Archers trail by 3, though, at the half. Let's go to the third. Jackson Stanball gives to Ewers, who drives, little jump stop, bucket. Later, Ayersville trails by 1 mid-third. Stanball gives to Peak, who buries the 3. Pilots up 2. Momentum is picking up, and if it's not broke, don't fix it. Stanball, Ewers, spin. The freshman led the way with 18 points, and he had 2 free throws with under 4 seconds to play to seal the deal. Pilots win at 48-46.
And as mentioned, Sonora clinched at least a share of the GMC tonight, winning 45-37 at Hicksville. The Rams are outright champs if they win next Friday. As for the BVC, Liberty Benton maintains first place, winning 54-22 over Riverdale. Arlington and Van Buren, the only other team still in the race. The Red Devils beat Elmwood 48-19. Black Knights over Van Loo 71-25. And wrapping up the BVC, Ada dominated PG 50-21. Lipstick beats Macomb 55-40.
All right, this is our final break. We'll get a breather before we return to the undefeated Russia Raiders. NWCC, NLL, Patrick Henry, highlights and scores straight ahead. Welcome back to Hoops Friday night for the final time. Let's go to the Shelby County League. Undefeated Russia traveled to Botkins.
Entering the 11th week of the high school hoop season, the Russia Raiders are one of 5 undefeated boys basketball programs in the state of Ohio.
They're pretty good.
The Raiders have already clinched the Shelby County League title outright. The Trojans attempt to avenge their 57-38 loss to the Raiders back in December. Russia has taken 15 of the last 16 meetings versus Botkins. We'll start off in the first. Coleman Plyman muscles his way to the hoop for 2 of his 10 points on the night. Later on, Russia is down by 3. Benjamin York drives and finishes with the right. Raiders pull within 1. And how about some defense? Vince Borchers comes up with a loose change, and the senior cashes in on the other end. The road team is now up by 5. But Botkins looks to slow him down. Plyman to Colin Dosek, and his triple try is true. A team high 13 points for the senior. But the Raiders are not letting up. Borchers is feeling the pressure. He'll find a cutting Braylon Cordonier, and he gets the score. Russia takes this one, 47-36. That's 20 straight wins for the Raiders.
Another win. How original. More Shelby County. Anna wins 62-44 over Fairlawn. Fort Laramie tops Jackson Center 36-33. Tony.
Our Northern beats Temple Christian. The Polar Bears are coming off a win against Ridgemont. The Pioneers beat Ridgedale to put both teams back in the title hunt. Winner remains in second place of the NWCC. Starting off in the first half, Andrew Sutton gets the rebound and hits the short J. The Polar Bears go up by 2. Temple Christian looks to answer back. Isaiah Kaiser decides to take it himself. He ties the game up for the Pioneers. Down the other end, Xander Wilson makes a move around the defense. He sends it home to put Hard Northern back on top. Meanwhile, Temple Christian looks to close the gap. Alex Patrick pulls up and buries the jumper to make it a 1-possession game. The Polar Bears will not be denied. Wilson from beyond the arc, and it's good. Hart Northern beats Temple Christian 46-41.
NWCC scoreboard, Perry is a winner over Waynesfield Goshen 52-49. Upper Saddle Valley blows away Elgin 69-33. Corey Rawson falls to Ridgedale in a surprisingly close one here, 61-58. And there you go. North Baltimore is no contest for Ridgemont, though, 79-56. All right, Northern Lakes League, the Findlay Trojans look to play spoiler up in Toledo tonight. They're facing the Whitmer Panthers in the Buckeye Division. Now, early in this game, Beck Garmong goes to work. A little elbow grease on this jumper. Trojans are keeping pace early. Later, a scrum for a loose ball in the paint. Riley Korkos eventually rips it away, gives to Cooper McKenna, who pumps and scores. More from Garmong later, though. Almost the exact same spot. He really likes that elbow area. Another mid-range J, and not for a lack of effort tonight, but Findlay is overpowered against Whitmer, 79-38.
And finally tonight, the other local unbeaten school. Like we said, only 5 in the state, 2 of them around
Two
here.
are here, yeah.
Patrick Henry is 17-0. They have at least a share of the NWOAL. They could get it outright tonight against second place Delta. Here we go, first half off the miss. Calvin Schrader to the corner where Reed Krager waits to bury the long ball. The sophomore Krager was the star tonight. Second quarter, seconds running off, and Krager hits the buzzer beater. He finished with a game-high 30 points. And then later, Schrader gets a chance in transition off the pass from Northwestern commit Lincoln Krager. Patrick Henry nabs the win and the outright NWOAL title in convincing fashion, 80-48, the final there.
And that will do for Hoops Friday night. Tomorrow, Tony, Dylan, and Dwayne will have full coverage from the Ottawa-Glandorf Winter Classic. Full girls and guys coverage from throughout West Central Ohio throughout the day. We will see you next week for more Hoops Friday night.
Hoops!